Welcome guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video we're just gonna preview or just react to Allegri's press conference for the Salernitana game. I think he was very angry. I don't think he was angry for the wrong things in my opinion. There are more important things to be angry about at the moment. I think he was, one would say it's great that he defends his players. But I would say he was defending one player who, I don't know, I'm not saying shouldn't be defended, but like the criticism the player is receiving, that player in question, I think are legit, and that player is Morata. But before we get into it, like the video and subscribe to the channel as always. He basically went in on everybody who was criticizing Morata after Atalanta game. So he called out journalists, saying maybe I am ignorant, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, and all those type of things basically. Because Morata is getting a lot of stick, as he should, because he's not scoring goals and he's a striker. But he basically said Morata on Saturday, that's a typo, played one of his best games this season. He worked well for the team and was one of our best players. I don't like that he gets picked on that much. Now, I don't think he played a good game. He didn't. Like, if that's playing a good game, then the standards are really on the floor at this moment in time. I don't know. I think he has 1 goal in the last 6 or 7. I don't know. That's not good enough. It isn't. Even if it was 2, that's still not good enough. He's a striker. Now, we conceded a goal because of him, because his touch is not good enough. So we conceded that goal just because of him. His movement in the box, around the box, is awful, and we will talk about it in today's live in the preview with Julian. Like, he doesn't make the movement of a number 9 at the moment. Like, he runs the wrong way, he makes the wrong decisions on the ball, off the ball, especially. That's the most frustrating thing. It's off the ball movement, decision making is not good enough. It doesn't help his teammates at all. Now, if he runs a lot and recuperates a lot of balls, if you like that in a striker, that's fine. But at the end of the day, he's a number 9, and he's not close enough to scoring goals. Like, the chances he also wastes, the few chances he gets, is sometimes quite shocking to me. Like the Chelsea one, everybody said great clearance from Thiago, which it was, but you should score that goal against Lazio. That volley, you should score that goal. I'm sorry if you're real number 9. Again, we will talk about it during the live. We will look at his movement, and his movement is not good enough. I'm sorry, it isn't. So if Allegri wants to defend him, that's great. You should defend your players, but calling out everybody who said basically he didn't play great, I don't like, because he wasn't great. He wasn't good. And saying he was one of the best players is not telling much, because we were not good as a team. I know we will talk about it. He said we played a good game. We didn't play a good game. It wasn't great. It wasn't good. Like, Atalanta was very poor and we struggled to even create anything. So that's not playing a good game. And if you want to say he was one of the best, or was the best player during that game, fine. But the standards for that game were on the floor. Like, that's not telling a lot. Again, he was asked if he will play Caio, and Morata will start tomorrow once again. I hope he scores. Like, I'm not hoping he does bad again, so I can tell you I told you so, because I don't like to do that. But he shouldn't be playing at the moment. He shouldn't. Like, he's not performing well. Same for a lot of other different peoples, like Sandro, like Rabiot. That goes for them as well, but he shouldn't be playing games. Like, if he wants to defend them, great, I like that. Like, you should defend your players, but he was being a bit arrogant about it, in my opinion. Basically telling us journalists that they have no idea what they're talking about. We all watched the game. He didn't play well, and if you think he played well, that's your opinion. But then the standards are really and truly on the floor, basically. So that's my opinion. So now we move on to actually the game. Or he talked about Atalanta. First he said Salerno game, so away to Salernitana. will be complicated because it's an away game. The approach will be important. The team played a good game against Atalanta. We must continue to work with serenity in order to do something more. We didn't play great against Atalanta. He also said we should have the same approach like we did against Verona. And then he said, like, but not really the same. Otherwise, you know what happened. Like, the approach stunk. It was awful. Like, in the first 30 minutes, we were lucky that it was only 2-0. It could have been 4-0. So I don't know what he's talking about there. He also said, in this moment, we need order and serenity. Moments like this are part of our work, but we still have to have many goals to achieve. We have to find a way out of the storm and not fight it. I mean, that's just generic talk. You can be calm, but at the moment, you cannot stay calm. It's panic mode. Like, you're 7 points behind top 4 after 14 games. You cannot stay calm in this situation. It's panic mode. You can hide it, but it's full panic mode. Behind the scenes also, and that's normal because you're underperforming massively and you're not even close to making top 4, and it's not even halfway through the season, and the team doesn't look like they are gonna make top 4. So it's full panic mode. He can basically masquerade, like he can hide it with these generic quotes, but I prefer him to be honest. I don't know, people say he's not gonna say it's panic mode, but like at some point it's becoming boring. It's becoming, you can see that it's not the truth, and people, you anger fans even more. Just come out and say the truth. That will help much more in this situation, in my opinion, to calm down the fans. But yeah, then he went on to say the mood in the dressing room is linked to a few results missing in the league. We have to do ours. We have to have an order. We have to get out of this moment. The more agitated we get, the more we mess up. Like, you cannot stay calm in this moment. It is full panic mode. It should be full panic mode. Like, it's awful at the moment. So you cannot say we are calm. Yeah, you can say we're calm, but you're not. You're lying. Like, everybody knows that you're lying. The team is not calm. You can see that on the field, on the pitch. You can feel it with everything surrounding the club at the moment. It's not calm. And I get that he wants to calm down, but like, you need to pick up points. That's what he said. That's obvious. That's a given. Like, he also said the president, so Agnelli spoke to the employees this morning. He reassured and calmed them down, basically, about the situation surrounding the club with investigations. Not Juve only, it's Napoli, it's a lot of clubs. And they're just milking the name Juve because, well, we all know it gets clicks, it gets traction, it sells better. But at the end of the day, more teams are under investigations for something that cannot be proven, because it happened with Inter or Milan. You value the players at an amount you want. Then if you do other stuff with fake invoices, that's something different. But just on the subject of plusvalenza and overpricing players, I mean, there's no fixed price, so you cannot prove that. They didn't prove that with Inter and Milan. I think it was 2008 and 10. So let's see what that happens. What there will happen. Then he was asked, so the journalist was asked, did you basically talked about the club in pre-season, about the possibility of not making top 4, and that this is a year of transition? And Allegri said there are no years of transition at Juve. We are Juve. We need ambition to get the most out of it. We are in the round of 16 of the Champions League. The Italian Cup is still to be played, and we still have more to go in the league. And you also say we have the Supercoppa to play. Like, top 4 is the bare minimum. With the squad, yes, it isn't the best of squads, but it should be in a top 4 race without any problems. That's the reality. I don't care what people say. I don't rate a lot of these players, but they're still better. He still has a better squad than Atalanta, than Roma, than Lazio, than Fiorentina. There's no excuses. He should be in the top 4 without any problems. He isn't, so there is pressure. And not making the top 4 is a disaster for this club, on and off the field. Off the field, you don't have money to buy your players. Players will want to leave, as they should if they want. Why would they play in the Europa League? And on the field, it will get worse because the quality of the players will go down. So, again, it's vital. That's the bare minimum. And, like, not finishing top 4 is a failure. like even scraping top 4 is a failure. So because we saw that last season, we scraped it. If Napoli didn't mess up, we were playing Europa League football now. So yeah. Then he went on to say, we need to be more compact. Like when we are in the middle of a sea and there's a storm, we can fight. We can fight it. We have to find a way out, and the sailor always finds a way out. That's one of Allegri's. I don't know. I think he has a book with these quotes or with these sayings, and he just reads one out every press conference. Like it doesn't make sense to me, but yeah. He said, tomorrow we have to win, regardless of who will be on the pitch. It's not an easy match. Salernitana has also played a heartfelt game in Cagliari. Then they are a team with physicality and a champion like Ribery. So I think not winning tomorrow just solely depends on us. It is. Like, you should be beating Salernitana without any problem in normal circumstances. But at the moment, we are in a difficult moment. The team is not performing at all. It doesn't look great. There's no confidence. So I think Salernitana will take advantage of it, and we will struggle big time. And I don't think we will win, because that's the moment we are in at the moment. Everybody has a feeling they can win against us, as they should, because we look like a team that can lose against anyone. We lost 5 games in the league already and 1 in the Champions League. So we lost 6 games in the season already, over 19 games. That's mid-table form. And we are a mid-table team at the moment. So Salernitana should be confident and should have a goal, because they have a chance if they have a goal. Because we were playing with no confidence, with nothing. So I think not winning tomorrow will just depend on us. Like, will we play a decent game, or will we play the same games we have played the last couple of weeks? Then we will struggle. Also, Chiesa's out, and that's basically the next question. He said Chiesa's out as the journalist. How are you going to replace him? He asked, will Sule play? And he said, no, he's with us. He's a technical player and he's good. At this moment in time, a bit of youth is good. It gives us a sense of lightheartedness. Like, we all knew he's not going to play Sule. He's going to play Bernardeschi, not even Kulusevski. So Sule will be called up just to make up the numbers. That's what it is. And then he was asked, will Caio or Keane play tomorrow instead of Morata? And he said Caio is a young guy who's growing and needs to gain experience. You also have other young lads with us who can help us. If he thinks he will gain experience to just train with the team every day and get a few minutes here and there, I think he's sadly mistaken. Like, he should be getting more minutes, especially if you look how awful Morata's playing over the last 2 months. Like, Morata's playing, he's just bad, period. I don't care what Allegri said, he's awful. Like, he's not good enough, and he keeps picking him. I think Keane and Morata. Okay, Keane and Caio. Keane just came back from injury, but Keane and Caio should be thinking, well, what do we need to do to get minutes here? Because Morata's thinking up the place, and he keeps picking him. Same for Rabiot. Same for Sandro. So the players behind those players should be at an all-time low, morale-wise, because probably they're training well, but still don't get picked or get a few minutes here and there when the game is out of hand. Also, like in a very difficult situation when you're losing and the team is already performing badly, he throws in another striker and expect to change things. That's never easy when you're not playing much as a player, and then you need to come in that situation. So I don't know, it's very, very strange at the moment. But let's see what will happen. So that's basically the press conference reaction. I think there will be another daily video today, and also the match preview with Julian later today, where we will preview the Salernitana game, talk a bit about Morata, talk a bit maybe about Allegri, and go over our starting lineup. So yeah, thanks for joining. As always, like the video and subscribe to the channel.